Carl Jung warned about a dangerous personality, the kind-set people you know, because when they finally break, they don't become emotional, they become something much more powerful. Carl Jung once suggested something powerful. The kind-set people are not weak, they are just people who have been pushed too far, not because they want to hurt anyone, but because one day something inside them changes. In this video, we are going to talk about what really happens to deeply sensitive people over time, and why Jung didn't see it as a breakdown. He saw it as a transformation. What happens when the person who always understands others finally stops? Jung spent years studying people like this in his clinic. They were not loud or dramatic. They were quiet, tired, and often blamed themselves for everything. These were the people who absorbed the emotions like a sponge. If someone was angry, they felt it. If someone lied, they sensed it. If someone was hurting, they carried that pain too. Jung called them emotional absorbers, the people everyone depends on. But here's the surprising part. They were not just feeling everything, they were learning from it. Without even trying, they were studying people, their behavior, their fears, their patterns, while staying silent. Their mind was recording everything. They noticed small things most people miss. A fake smile, a hidden fear, a lie behind a calm voice. But instead of being appreciated for this, they were often misunderstood. When they tried to speak the truth, people reacted badly. They were called too sensitive, too negative, or overthinking everything. Jung explained this with a concept called shadow projection. When someone sees the truth about you, you have two choices: face it or attack the person who sees it. Most people choose to attack. Some these sensitive individuals learn something important: stay quiet, doubt yourself, hide what you see. Over time, this becomes painful. Imagine seeing something clearly, but being told again and again that you're wrong. Eventually, you start questioning your own mind. Jung noticed this pattern a lot. Sensitive people did not struggle because they felt too much. They struggled because no one believed what they felt. But even during this confusion, something powerful was still happening inside them. They were still observing, still learning, still connecting patterns. Every lie they noticed, every fake behavior, every repeated action, their mind stored it all, not on purpose, just naturally. Jung believed this was not weakness. It was actually a hidden strength. And then comes the turning point, a moment Jung saw again and again. Not the first betrayal, not the second, but the moment when the truth becomes impossible to ignore. When they finally realize, I knew this all along, that's when everything changes. But here's the shocking part: they don't explode, they can't cry or create drama, they become calm, very calm, and then they speak, not emotionally, but clearly. They explain everything they've seen for months or even years, every pattern, every behavior, every hidden truth, and they do it without anger. That's what makes it powerful, because now they're no longer confused, they're certain. Jung described this as one of the most intense transformations in human physiology. This isn't revenge, it's the moment a person stops living in some else's reality and starts trusting their own. This is what Jung called true physiology growth. This is what Jung called true physiological growth. The shadow isn't your dark side. It's the part of you that was forced to stay hidden. For sensitive people, that shadow is often confidence, strength, the ability to say no, no courage to trust themselves. And when that side finally comes out, everything changes. Often this transformation, Jung notices something interesting. These people don't go back to their old habits. They stop people pleasing, they stop over explaining, they stop doubting themselves, not because they don't care anymore, but because they finally understand themselves. They still feel deeply, they still care, but now they choose who deserves that energy. People who used to take advantage of them feel uncomfortable around them. They can sense the change, even without words. But genuine people, they feel safe because they know this person sees the truth and doesn't judge it. Jung believed this level of awareness is powerful. Yes, it can be used in negative way, but truly evolved people don't use it to hurt others. They use it to protect themselves. That's real strength. In the end, this transformation gives something very simple but very rare: freedom. Freedom to see clearly without needing approval, freedom to trust yourself without doubt, freedom to care without losing yourself. And here's the truth most people don't talk about: the transformation is not the painful part, the painful part is everything before it. Years of staying silent, years of being misunderstood, years of thinking something is wrong with you, when actually it was your greatest strength. Jung believed this journey is not about becoming cold or emotionless, it's about moving from unconscious pain to conscious control, from absorbing everything to choosing what you allow into your life. And thanks for watching.